Thank you for tuning in to MacroView Television, and welcome to a brand new edition of Taiwan Outlook, the program that presents the different faces and lets you hear the different voices on Taiwan. I'm your host, Rui Guo. From classical to contemporary music, there are many talented artists in Taiwan or from Taiwan. You'll get a chance to meet one of them on today's program. He is Mr. Rueibin Chen, who is received many numerous piano competition and recognition and has produced CDs as one of the leading CD performing artists in the world. Welcome to our program, Mr. Chen.
Hi, Dr. Nice to see you.
Nice seeing you. Yes, please tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Chen. We know that you are well known as a pianist, and then tell us a little bit about your background, your education, please.
Well, first of all, so I apologize about my English since my second language is German. So
no problem.
So as
You're
you
doing
know,
very well.
Yes. I was born in Taiwan, but I growing up in Vienna. Yes, because I went with age 13 to Vienna to study music.
Okay.
So I growing up in Vienna.
Good.
With age 13, and then I almost spent 30 years in Europe.
Okay.
To educate my study and start also my concert career.
Okay.
In Europe.
Okay. And we understand that, Mr. Chen, you have performed in some of the leading concert halls all over the world, including, as my information tells me, the Suntory Hall in Tokyo,
yes.
Sydney Opera House,
yes,
and the Performing Center for the National Performing Center for the Arts in Beijing.
In Beijing, yeah.
Yes. So these are very well known and some of the leading concert halls around the world. I know it must have been very exciting for you to perform there, but can you share that experience with us, please?
It's really a great honor for me, to play. At such as concert halls, especially. Yes. So I was the first Chinese to play the solo recital in Walt Disney Hall in LA.
Yes.
And last year, so I was also invited to perform at center in Beijing. And yes. I play at. Besides that, I play at Shanghai World Expo. I was also opening soloist.
Okay.
But my real first memory was at Vienna's concert house, which I debuted with age 16. So I play with the Vienna orchestras.
Okay. Yeah. And I know. I mean, for those of us who are usually in the audience listening to musicians like yourself, we of course very much appreciate the wonderful skills and performance that you have given us.
Thank you.
As a musician, as an artist, I mean, what's going through your mind as you perform in front of thousands of people, in these great concert halls? For those of us, we'll probably never get a chance to perform in any of those places. But for you, you have, had such a distinguished career so far in performing, artists. So what is going through your mind?
I always very concentrate and focus on my arts.
Yes.
So whatever. So if I played like last year, I played with Airfield Field and at the biggest outdoor venue, the Hollywood Bowls in USA.
Course,
which I was also, it's the first pianist born from Taiwan. So I played that. Or in a small hall, I enjoy to play with the for the peoples.
Yes,
I mean,
of course.
For 100 people or for 2,000 people at Hollywood Bowl. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So.
And Mr. Chen, we also understand that you have performed with some of the world-renowned symphony orchestras.
Yes.
Including the Los Angeles Philharmonic,
Yes.
and also the Prague Symphony,
Yeah.
And also the Polish National Radio Symphony, and also Budapest Symphony, and also the Pacific Symphony.
Yes.
What was it like to be performing on the same stage with some of these, talented musicians as well as world-renowned orchestras?
When I played with Budapest Symphony
Yes.
and Polish National Radio Symphony, so I played Liszt and Chopin piano concerto, so which they have played for more than 100 years, and there were so many maestros that performed with them before.
Of course.
So there was a big pressure for me, of course. But I was very happy and proud as Chinese to play with them orchestra, and I received the recognized from the orchestra and from the audience.
Okay.
So yeah.
When you perform with these world-renowned orchestras,
Yes.
do you need to have additional practice sessions with them? Because, there could be a new experience for
Yes.
you
Yes.
and for them. How long do you need to practice with them before the concert? Normally.
Well, we even don't have so much
Really?
opportunity to perform, to practice, rehearsing, with them. So I remember it for last summer. So I played with Pacific Symphony at the
Yes.
Pacific Summer Festival. The real performance that from very beginning to the end was on the stage.
That
so
was
we
it?
don't
You didn't
have
have
enough
practice.
time to rehearse the
Okay.
whole pieces.
Okay.
But we have after concert we still have to meet the critic.
Yes,
Right.
of course.
Yeah. So we know that in very very limited time, so we have to focus that and with our own experiences
Yes.
to.
Okay.
But to perform. But everything, went well. So
Yes.
I'm very glad.
Of course. And Mr. Chen, you are recognized as one of the leading piano performers in the world.
Thank you.
And you also had the good fortune of working with some of the leading conductors in the world. Okay, some of the names I have here from
Yes.
Romania, for example, Sergio Comisino, and then also from Poland, Anthony Veit.
Yes.
And these are very well-known, world-class conductors.
Yeah.
How was the experience working with them and performing with them on the same stage?
I think the grand maestros here were so inspired to me.
Yes.
So, like example, to work with Sergio, he's passing away. So, but when I perform with him, so he's already more than 75 years old.
Okay.
And I can feel that he was so passionate, and so how the attitude he works with musicians, with orchestra members, and even with me. So, and I learned a lot from him. I learned I learned from the other angles how to play the piano concerto with orchestras.
All right, you're very modest. But
Yeah.
Mr. Chen, before we end the first part of the program today, let
Yes.
me ask you. I mean, you left Taiwan at the age of what, 16?
13.
13, okay.
Yes.
But when did you first start taking your piano lessons? How old were you?
Well, my father was a piano teacher, so I start with ages 5. But the piano wasn't for me; it's for my uncle. So as I was born, so the piano is already there. So we were all musicians in my whole family.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, when you were sent to Vienna
Yes.
at the age of 13,
Yes.
did you have a lot of doubts? I mean, is piano performing really the career for you? I mean, did you ask yourself?
Well, first of all, I have to mention this because at the time, so I went alone.
Yes.
Yeah, at the age of 13. So the first 10 years, I didn't meet my parents.
Really?
Yes.
They didn't go to
and
Vienna?
they never been to Vienna, and even today.
You never came back?
Yeah, the first 10 years.
Oh,
so at the time, yeah, it was something special. Well, because so you know that we don't have the internet at the time.
Yeah, of course.
And I just received twice the phone calls from my families. Once in the Chinese New Year's,
yes,
and the other is the
Christmas.
No, Christmas. The next moon.
A moon festival.
Moon festival, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the two times that I can spoke with my parents.
Okay.
But I still continue to write the mail, yeah. So I mean with my parents back and forth more than 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, before we end this part of the program.
Yes.
Mr. Chen, were there ever moments that you said to yourself, "Oh, study piano is hard. I'm here all by myself. I want to go home. I want to, I miss home." Did you ever say that to yourself?
Well, it was a hard choice for me.
Yes,
but I don't have the choices.
Imagine.
I don't have the choices because it's so far away. So Europe, from Taiwan to Europe, and my second, I have to speak German. German is the thing. Yeah. My second language that I had to use to stay in Austria.
In Austria, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was tough. Yes, but you certainly have done very well. Even though the training, I would imagine, it was very difficult. Yes, no doubt. We need to take the first break on our program. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the second segment of today's program here on Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rueibin. We will continue our conversation with Mr. Rueibin Chen, who's a well-known pianist, performing pianist from Taiwan, and currently is, produce many CDs and also books for people to share. And Mr. Chen,
yes,
we're talking about many of your wonderful performances in the leading halls with some of the world-renowned orchestras. Can we pick out one in particular? It's one you performed with the Los Angeles Philharmonic at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. First, performing with the LA Philharmonic is quite an honor because they are very well-known, highly respected, and recognized, orchestra in the world. And second, performing at Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
This is one of the most prestigious and also phenomenal, venues in the United States, if not in the world. So let me ask you, what was going through your mind, when you performed at the Hollywood Bowl with the LA, Philharmonic? Please.
The Hollywood Bowl was the biggest outdoor venue in the United States.
Yes.
And even, I think, Beatles, is also performed there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, but the very meaningful thing is I play with Eric Field, the piano concerto, Yellow River piano concerto.
Okay.
Yes, in the United States. Mm-hmm. So that was the first time that the U.S. A-level orchestras to play at outdoors, such as the Asian iconic piano concertos. Yeah. And the audience were more than 15,000 attending.
It's packed. Yes.
So I was very, very excited and happy to make the history. So to communicate for East and West cultures. Okay. Yeah, and especially to Asian community. Yeah. So to get into the next level to communicate with the mainstream audience.
Exactly. Yeah. And also you can be a very good example for all the younger Asian Americans, Chinese Americans in the U.S. who may want to pick up a career in performing, piano, like you do. And let me ask you this, as a performing, artist, are there, is there a routine that you go through before the concert starts? for example, do you want to be alone in the green room before the concert begins, or would you rather be talking with your friends, family, or your manager or your fans, to have a conversation with them before the concert starts? Or how does it work for you?
Well, actually, I don't have secrets of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So but the real thing I have to say that the bad time, the bad time that I ever sleep is the night before concert.
Oh, okay.
But,
yes.
But it's okay. But every time his concert went well.
Yes.
But,
of course.
I try to be myself, so to relax. One day before concert,
okay.
or even I want to sleep. I want to. I wish I can wake up
okay.
As late as I can.
Okay.
So
Yes.
But we don't really so much. We don't have really so much. So much time,
okay.
before concert. So,
okay.
so I think on the day, so we have to schedule for the rehearsing, the general rehearsing. So,
good.
And before concerts, so I think that most of the artists they didn't have the appetite.
Yes, to eat.
No. Anything.
Okay.
So so I think the only way to go is just with the patient,
Yes, of course.
For the music. So that's the only goal. That's the only motivation that I would like to go to on stage to perform.
And Mr. Chen, we know sometimes when you go through a concert,
yes,
it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and things. How do you keep up physically? Do you do exercise and things? It's not easy, perform on stage in front of thousands of people with a world-renowned orchestra. Do you need to, have physical exercises to keep yourself fit?
Well, actually, we don't have so much choice for the physical exercise, especially for pianists.
Yes.
Because the hand is so important for us.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. So you probably don't have the time either, right?
Right, because we were traveling all the time.
Yeah, and you need to practice and things.
We need to practice on the piano. We have to meet the audience and to meet the medias.
Yes, of course. All right.
So,
it's very demanding. Yes, of your time.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chen, we know also that you have the opportunity of studying under the famous Russian pianist,
yes,
Lazar, Berman.
Yes.
And can you then tell us how did you join, as one of the, very few pupils that he will accept? Especially, I believe you are the only one from Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay. And how was that experience, studying under such a maestro?
I'm not only the one from Asia. I'm only one from Asia, not from Taiwan. Only one from Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. So to be, his students in his life. So, he was the great maestro from the last generations of the Soviet Union.
Yes.
Yes. And so as you know, his teacher was classmates with Rachmaninoff, the great composers, Russian composers. So when I have the opportunity and the privilege to study with him, so we met once in a month.
Okay.
Yeah, so in Europe. So and I played non-stop 4-5 hours.
Really?
Yes.
And he's listening and watching you?
Yeah, non-stop 5 hours. I brought so much music and play for him, and a lot of very, very challenging repertoires, Liszt, Rachmaninoff, so everything. So, and I remember it. So it was so hard for me. So always after 2 days I couldn't play the piano physically because
it was very tough.
It was really tough from the repertoires.
No, yes.
Yes, but that was the most beautifully memory for me.
Okay.
Because when after lessons I will always went with him together to the train station. So and he told me a lot of things. He told me a lot of things what he well before. Yeah, where he was a very hard time in Soviet Union.
Of course.
Yes, he's still an icon for me. Yeah,
of course.
For my music career, for my music. So yeah.
Mr. Chen, let me ask you: do you have students now studying under you?
No. I don't teach the students, but I do teach for master classes. Yeah, for whole of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what you have learned from Mr. Berman, would that have an influence on how you teach your students today?
Yes, the attitude.
Okay, the attitude.
Not only the technique.
Okay.
Yeah, the
but
attitude, how to inspire the students.
Okay.
And how to be very seriously for the music. Yeah.
Okay, and we understand that you're on tour all the time. You know, world tour every year almost, and then we understand that recently you have done something remarkable. You know, for example, you have performed all 5 pieces of Rachmaninoff, concerto.
Yes.
And then also in the 2013-2014, the world tour, you honoring the great maestros.
Yes.
And these are very difficult numbers. And you perform, for example, the Rachmaninoff, in 2 consecutive nights. Why do you come up with such a difficult, set of numbers for yourself? Is that, sort of like imposing a challenge to yourself?
Well, I think Rachmaninoff really is one of my favorite composers.
Okay.
So as you know, so he composed so many famous pieces.
Yes.
Especially for movie music, like Somewhere in Time.
Yes.
And the interesting thing is I also met the actress Jane Seymour 2 years before. So when I performed his piano concertos and also the music for Somewhere in Times.
Yes.
And she were my VIPs.
Okay.
Yeah, in the United States. So, and but his piano concertos, his complete piano concertos by Rachmaninoff. I think I thought it's maybe it's really the most challenging pieces for pianists.
Yes.
That's why. So I would like to try to play his complete piano concertos in live.
Yes.
Yeah. So
live concerts.
In concert. Yeah. So I did in two nights. Yeah. His complete piano concertos, and also 2 years before he was his 140 celebrating
birthday.
Okay. So I played so his complete piano transcriptions and many pieces, including I was the first soloist in Beverly Hills, where the Rachmaninoff has spent his second life in Beverly Hills. Yes. So I was opening soloist for Wallis Island Performing Arts Center, and to celebrate his birthday.
Those are going to be very difficult for others to try to duplicate. Yes. Okay. We need to take another break on our program. We'll be right back. Welcome back to today's program here on Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Rui Guo. We will continue our conversation with Mr. Rueibin Chen, who is a very well-known pianist from Taiwan and certainly has been on world tours many times and also has performed with some of the leading world-class orchestras at some of the leading venues and concert halls around the world. Mr. Chen, let me ask you this. We understand that you are one of the highly respected, highly valued piano performers in the world. And you have produced and released a number of CDs, not just worldwide, but also in the Greater China region as well.
Yes.
And also your music has been recognized by Taiwan's Golden Melody Award. And these are very remarkable feats, as a performing pianist. And what would be, some of the things that will, be put into your basket, so to speak, by all these, records and also recognitions that you have received? What do all these, remarkable landmarks mean to you as a performing pianist, please?
I think for recording is something different than my live performance.
Of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like we say, I growing up in Vienna at age 13 without my parents.
Yes.
Such as a life experience, that really pretty much I'm influenced, into my music.
Of course.
And when I'm very happy. My recordings was selling well. I think along in Taiwan. They may say between 15,000 to 20,000 copies.
Yeah.
And also still for Greater China and the whole world. And I'm very, very happy that the people was so very enjoyable and touched of my music.
Yes. Even though you have been on tour, but a lot of people may not be able to go to your concert.
Yes.
So your CDs and other products are a way for people who enjoy your music to keep up with your latest performances. So this is very remarkable that you're able to achieve such high level of response from the market. And also we understand that Mr. Chen, you are maybe the only performing pianist from Taiwan.
Yes.
Who has ever performed in important leading places. Yes. In China.
Yeah.
Beijing.
Yeah.
Shanghai.
Yeah.
Also the 10th anniversary of Macau's retrocession.
Yes.
To China.
Yeah.
And also you have performed in many of the different important occasions on both sides of the Taiwan Strait.
Yeah.
We have no politics here, but let me ask you, what has enabled you as a performing pianist to do this? Maybe it's because that music can be a universal language to transcend political and physical differences between the people on the two sides. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you are right. Mm-hmm. So as a pianist born in Taiwan, I played at Presidential Palais here.
Yes.
But I was also the opening soloist for Shanghai World Expo, for Beijing International Movie Festivals last year, for Macau reunions. Mm-hmm. All were my performance, to opening the concert.
Yes.
And I think music is really a thing that I pretty much saw that, with my passion and my enthusiasm, that touched to the both sides of the government leaders. Mm-hmm. I think that can be really improved. That music has really no territorial,
the boundaries.
The boundaries, and yeah.
Okay.
So, and I wish we may continue to,
I really believe that artists,
more and more,
talented musicians like yourself, can really be that bridge, or that goodwill ambassadors, between the two sides of the Taiwan Strait. That is remarkable. Yes.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, this is really the thing that I would like to do behind the stage.
Yes, so, of course. Yes, and we understand that Mr. Chen, you certainly been very busy. Always very busy, because we understand that your second biography has recently been released, and also you have finished recording for a movie soundtrack.
Yes.
And you also have released a 180 episode TV series.
Yeah.
And these are very heavy-duty works that you have, completed.
Yeah.
And can you tell us first, how do you manage your time? You also need to perform, and you need to do all these things. How do you, balance your time doing all these different tasks? And secondly, when you committed to all these different, responsibilities, it's essentially an example of crossover between the different artistic, fields, writing, performing, recording, and also, performance on the TV screen. And can you then tell us, do you intend to sort of set an example for others that the different fields of the art, whether it's music, TV, and recording and things, can really be crossover and really have a bigger impact than each one of them individually? What do you think?
Through the biography, so I may share with mine more things that the audience would like to know.
Okay.
And also for the movie soundtracks.
Yes.
So it was also very interesting. So, and I'm quite confident that today in Asia would be also more compatible, to the West world.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. For the such as movie music.
Yes, of course.
As well as for the TV series. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
So, do you anticipate maybe in the years to come there will be more musicians or artists in this part of the world that would, commit some of the time to cross over from the different fields in the, community of arts, not just doing, music only, but also doing, movies, also doing some, on TV, and also doing some performance. Do you think this is the trend, maybe in the future in Asia, that we're going to see more and more people following your footsteps?
Well, first of all, so me as a pianist, came from Taiwan, and as a pianist from Asia. So there are so many things that we can do for crossovers.
Yeah.
So, like examples, last year I founded also a chamber group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So for piano and Chinese traditional instruments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and we have performed here in Asia and also in the United States. And I think today we have many beautiful music from Asia, but a lot of the young people don't lost them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the goal. That I would like to found it in this group and to make more between East and Midwest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More cultural exchange, and to let the more audience of the mainstream people to understand more about Asian music, Asian cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Certainly, what you're doing now is setting the foundation upon which maybe artists in the future can also do similar things like what you have done. And certainly that's very admirable. Yes, okay.
Yeah,
we need to take the final break in our program today. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the final part of today's program here on Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Ray Guo. We will continue and hopefully wrap up this very interesting conversation with Mr. Rueibin Chen, who is a well-known piano performer from Taiwan and has certainly performed with some of the leading orchestras and concert halls around the world. Mr. Chen,
yes,
we have learned tremendous amount of information about your music career,
Thank you.
about your development.
Thank
But
you.
One thing that really makes it very remarkable and unique is that you have produced many CDs, and you have written 2 biographies.
Yes.
And then also you're now into movie soundtrack.
Yes.
And also TV series.
Yes.
And you, in addition, you are also doing world tour of concerts. And we are, of course, talking about a market. The market needs to respond favorably to you, to your performance, to your story, to your music, in order for these, concert organizers and CD distributors to be confident, with that, hey, I know Rueibin Chen is a box office guarantee. People will like his music, appreciate his music, and they will go out and buy the books or buy the CDs or go to his concerts. How do you then, can you share with us, to achieve that level of mutual confidence? You have confidence in the organizers, and the organizers have confidence in you. To make sure that this relationship continues and for the benefits of the listening public. Please.
Yes, it's a very, very interesting thing. So,
yes.
So as you know, so I'm not studied in or growing up in Asia or in America.
Yes.
But every time when I went to perform in Asia or in America, the box office is always sold out.
Yes.
So, and I like example, I was opening stories for this Wallis Annenberg Performing Arts Center in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
So, and yeah, before 4 months before the ticket was sold out, that's why so I did a concert again, and also many outdoor concerts in America with leading orchestras.
Yes.
And yeah, but the only very important thing is I never disappointed. Yeah, for the organizers, the whole world.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
and I think that's why I can always keep very good record. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I myself. Yeah, that's why. So I always call from the organizer and back into performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once an organizer approaches you, say, Mr. Chen, will you be interested in doing a world tour for us? How many concerts are they usually looking at? Maybe within a span of a year, do they want you to perform maybe 20, 30, or 40 concerts?
Oh well, this is yeah, this is good. That's my management still have flexible working with me. So
yes.
But now at recently I only work with the big orchestras, big festivals,
of course,
and big concert venue and concert series. So and I don't want to play like other artists, like I don't know, 60, 80 concerts because in the years so so as an artist, I enjoy and I think it's very important for me to have my own times and to focus on my arts and I also try to create and to the next step of my art.
Okay.
I think it's very important for me to always to show the interesting things to the audiences. When I always come back to in the same venues and the same cities.
Okay.
Yeah, the audience were looking at the new things, what I can brought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned earlier about that you have put together an ensemble.
Yes.
And then it's under the theme of East meets West.
Yes.
Because you would like to use some of the lessons and the experiences that you have accumulated to share the knowledge, the culture, from East and from West, through music. And can you then tell us what is the original thinking and what was the motivation for you to put together this ensemble? Please.
Yes. So as you know, so we have so rich and so long story and so big long cultures.
Yes.
And our Chinese cultures, and we have so beautifully pieces, music, that we may also introduce to the mainstream audience.
Yes.
In the United States or in Europe. That's why I founded this chamber group, and last year we performed in the U.S. and was very, very successful. So
good.
After that, so we received also a very, very big reviews and from at the area times. Yeah. So and they are very recognized, and we got a very, very good review. That a very important concept was to communicate between Chinese community and the mainstream audience.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's our first step, and now we are going to play this year more in different cities in Europe.
Good.
Yeah, and we were also back here in Taiwan last year. We played in the Taichung International Music Festivals.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. And Mr. Chen, what's on the agenda for you this year, 2016? Are you going to have another tour? And besides piano performances, what else do you plan to do in this year?
Yeah.
Please.
Well, this year I have some also orchestra tours. Yeah.
Okay.
Me as a soloist. Yeah, to touring not only in West, now also here in Asia, including in China and in Taiwan. Yeah, which is now in the coming June. So I'll be back here to play the Yellow River Concerto with in Taipei. Yeah, with orchestras. Okay. And besides that, so I'm also working as a artist in residence, in
Thailand.
No, here in USA.
Oh, USA.
And in Europe. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
To create and to transcribe some beautifully also Chinese music. Yeah.
Okay.
Onto the piano and also with a traditional Chinese instrument.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And Mr. Chen, music education is very important in Taiwan. Many young people, children, they would like to start learning music, learning piano, normally their first instrument, at a very early age. You have started, with a piano in your house at a very early age as well. And then also there are many parents out there who would like to see maybe their children grow up one day to become a performing pianist like yourself. And what would be your advice to the children and also to their parents if they are thinking of having the children going through a very similar career path as you did. What would be your suggestion or advice?
Well, I think today, so we have a lot of choices. It's not like that time, so when I was child.
Okay.
So we have so many informations. We have internet, we have CDs, we have recordings, and I always believe that the most important thing is how that the people or also the kids will interested or like the music. Yeah. Okay. If the parents can have more conversation with the kids, like how beautifully the music is, yeah, and not just only practice or practicing on the piano. Yeah. I know it is a very hard way to be especially to be a professional musician, professional pianist.
Okay.
But I remember it when I was first year in Vienna, so I didn't practice so much. But I went to the opera house every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost looked, enjoy, and I almost see more 80, 90 different operas. So, and that was so enjoyable, and that's why. So, from time to time, so I decided to be a professional musician.
Okay.
So,
all right.
and I still keep the interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, on the music.
All right.
Yeah.
And Mr. Chen, my final question is, of course, music was your passion, has now become your career. But if you will put the career part aside,
yes,
what was that one thing that music has made the difference in your life? Is it the music cultivated your personality, or is it music that really giving you a wider perspective on things, or music offered an alternative choice, to you, as a possible, choice of life, choice of career?
So that. So I went with age 13 to Vienna. That means I'm not perfect either Chinese, German, or English.
Okay.
But I think the music is my best language to communicate to the people.
Wonderful, really. Yes.
Yeah. So and I still believe that. So I'm really confident. So when I perform every time, so on the concert hall, so I can feel how the audience so enjoyed and so touched with music. So this means really music has no
boundary.
Boundaries, yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the world. So it's the most beautiful language for me.
Yes, it's certainly been a blessing for us, to be able to have the opportunity, to have you on the program today. Also listen to your music, in the years past, also in the years to come, and truly be a wonderful experience talking with you today. Mr. Chen, I want to wish you all the best in your professional and personal endeavors in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Wu.
All right, thank you very much for watching our program today. I'll see you next time on Macroview Television. Thank you.